Good. Hey everyone, today I'll be persuading you guys about why should you, each one of you, make your own actions in order to prevent climate change. So, climate change has been one of the most commonly debated topics for centuries, and yet we're still making very little actions towards it, and this has been deeply affecting our environment in a bad way. So, what if I just tell you that just in 100 years from now, the highest peak temperature in California will raise above to 150 Fahrenheit? This has motivated me to inform you guys about what's actually happening to our environment and what are some of the specific actions that we can all take in our daily lives in order to prevent the worst possible outcomes. So, initially, I will state all the some of the problems that climate change can lead to, which in which will include the significance of global temperature and how it affects our environment as it continues to rise. Secondly, I will describe how the rising carbon dioxide level can harm both our physical bodies as well as our environment. And lastly, I will describe how Arctic sea ice minimum is doing for our planet and why is it important. And then I will state some of the specific solutions or actions that you can all take in order to prevent those outcomes. Like I said, I will start off with the problems, which is the first one is global temperature. So there's no doubt that our temperature is always continues it's on its way to continue to rise over the years, and as it continues to rise, it can potentially lead to droughts and increase the duration of the growing season or winter, if you don't understand what growing season is. And so this means that as the winter expands, less food will be being produced, and that can lead to potential starvation for more people, as well as on top of the droughts that are taking place. Second is the carbon dioxide level. As it continues to rise, according to a article from Sciencing, it stated that if carbon dioxide level is confined, it can decrease the amount of oxygen reaching to our body. And any increase or decrease in carbon dioxide level reaching to our body can potentially lead to kidney failures or coma. And lastly is Arctic sea ice minimum. And according to Mother Nature Network, because those sea ice are white, and then it covers a large amount of area, and it's actually reflecting the amount of heat that are absorbed by Earth back to space. This means that as those ice continue to melt down, and it can lead to a rising sea level, as well as it will drastically increase the global temperature as compared to now. So what can we do to help? So I will be listing three simple actions that you can all take in order to prevent those things. And so to start off is the usage of renewable energy. So what renewable energy is? What it is basically, instead of producing gasoline to run all our households and all that, we can instead replace them as renewable energy technologies, and then it will reduce the amount of greenhouse gas emissions, and therefore potentially be a decrease the carbon dioxide level in the atmosphere. Second, you can also use public transportations, as well as replacing your regular cars with electric cars, and that will limit the amount of gas being produced over time, and therefore it will then also lead to decreasing carbon dioxide level. And lastly, cut down the usage of plastic products. And it is very common in the daily basis that we see people carrying around with a plastic water bottle and every day, all it takes is that to simply buy a water bottle and have it all the time and carry around, and this for one, it saves you money as well as more efficient and is beneficial for our environment. And also you can get reusable bags for shopping. So that means we don't really need to rely on the plastic bags that we have to spend money on when we go out shopping. So instead of doing that, we can just keep using the same bags over time. And to sum it all up, I first addressed the problems that climate change can lead to and how it's affecting our environment. And these include global temperature rise, the increase in carbon dioxide level, and the decrease in Arctic sea ice minimum. And then I listed 3 specific actions that we can all take to prevent those outcomes, which are using electric cars, public transportations, less plastic product usage, as well as renewable energy. And it's important for us to take our actions and prevent those outcomes, because as just 100 years, it's not that long, and it only takes about 1 or 2 generations, and things will get much worse than compared to now. And it's our responsibility to take our actions in order to prevent the worst possible outcomes for our future generations. So, thank you.